action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Brooklyn Nets. The opening tip is won by the Nets. Irving to Harden. Durant. Well defended. Into the front court, it's Walker. Looking to make something happen. To Hayward. Kevin Durant rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Nothing going here on that drive. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Walker to Hayward. Boston with 4 to shoot. Walker. Oh, that's how it's done.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
To Marcus Smart. Nice pass to set things up.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Harden to Hollis Jefferson. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
To Walker. To Hayward. Here's a chance from long range. Gordon Hayward, tough make there. Can't really fault the defender.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
James Harden trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. He makes the free throw. Three-point play ties the game at 8. Nice. To Cantor. A pass stolen by the Nets.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Harden. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Trying to cash in. Tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knocked it down.
He gets it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
That's what I'm talking about. 3.
We played one here at TD Garden with the Celtics on top. Jay and I back to Boston. After this, you're tuned. Second quarter set to begin. Some impressive shooting numbers. Jay, is that good offense, or is it, dare we say, bad defense?
It was great to watch, and both teams were on fire. But, Ed, let me bring you inside one of the huddles. These teams are fiery. I heard one player say, we got to draw a line. We got to fight. We got to continue to compete. Get up in somebody's face. The effort will be there in the second quarter.
To Durant. And count the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown. Fires the three. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. Dinwiddie into the front court. They're down 3. Off the mark. Well contested. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
To Marcus Smart. To Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. Fires the three. Smart is tough. He loves those kinds of shots.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
To Marcus Smart. Gets a shot up off the mark.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Off the penetration, almost, but no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Jason Tatum with a piece. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jason Tatum. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
For Boston, number 7, Jaylen Brown.
Durant. To Harden. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Shot for James Harden. He shoots. Off the mark. To Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. To Hayward. 5 on the shot clock. Shot misses there by Smart. Kevin Durant with the rock. To Harden. From long range, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Here's Irving into the front court. His guys can hold for the final shot. Nothing going here on that drive. Kevin Durant lets it go. Can't connect. That'll do it for the first half. The Celtics have the lead.
And that could...
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Celtics have it. Walker to Marcus Smart. Nothing going here on that drive. Walker. To Marcus Smart. The drive. Right to the basket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Durant across the timeline. The deficit is 6. To Harden. Kyrie Irving. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Harden to Irving. 4-3. Rebound Jason Tatum. Across the timeline, it's Walker. Up by 6. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
One of the best-kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Irving brings the ball up court. Has a chance. Irving's shot off the mark. Walker into the front court. Up 6. To Marcus Smart. Walker. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. Looking good, 4 for 5.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter.
Today's game and you'll receive an exclusive discount. Substitutions, Brooklyn.
Nice finish at the rim.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Walker with the basketball. They'll run the offense. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Brooklyn with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. That's out. Last touch by Enes Kanter. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. A scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys can get a 2 for 1 if they time this out. Beyond the arc for 3, and he knocks it down.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
To Dinwiddie. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. 3rd quarter comes to an end. The 4th quarter on the way with the Celtics in front. Brooklyn basketball here as We start the fourth quarter, and I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Walker. Probing the defense. To Hayward. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Not today.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Walker. Tatum. Can't connect. To Kemba Walker. Trying to cash in. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Irving. To Harden. For 3 with James Harden, muscle memory. Gets it to go. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Hayward with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
To Irving. Kyrie Irving. He's now 4 for 6.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Boston with the basketball. Walker to Hayward. Had a chance, but it's no good. Harden in possession. His guys trail now by 4. And scores at the rim. Beautifully done with the Euro step.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
To Walker. Hayward to Marcus Smart. Boston with 4 to shoot. Tatum. He engulfed him that time. Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Kyrie Irving. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Harden to Irving. Going to launch beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended. Has a look. And he scores. Unguardable Jet. It's a victory here for the Celtics. Yes! 3 for the win at the buzzer. My goodness. It came down to one shot. He stepped up